You've tuned into Lumination Podcast Radio for the week of June 21st, 2013, episode 12. This edition of LNPR is brought to you by the Lummi Communications Department and the Squall Qual. Culture, news, entertainment, and more. Read it within the pages of the Squall Qual in print or online at www.squallqual.com. What a fantastic weekend that was, and that's Stommish weekend for those of you who don't know. And it was filled with some action-packed canoe races, some fun and excellent talent at Stommish Got Talent, and it was just overall a fantastic weekend. And here to help me talk about this weekend is Julie Jefferson and David Webster. Welcome to the show, David.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
No problem. So, what all did you get to see at Stommish? What did you enjoy?
Well, there were a lot of events. One thing that I really enjoyed was the parade. It was very, very fun, very exciting. You got to see everybody come out to support the veterans. And also, another thing that stood out to me was seemed to be a lot more vendors this year. A lot of, little stands selling different things like toys, even food. They had an ice cream vendor this year. It was just it's a good turnout, and it was a very positive vibe, a very positive energy throughout all of Stommish for this year. Yes, it was just the weather was perfect. Wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold. So I think
it didn't rain on us like I thought it would.
Right, exactly. I think a lot of people's prayers got answered to keep the rain away, at least until it was done. But it was just it was a great turnout, and it looked like everyone enjoyed themselves. It was just a good time, man. Next year I hope to maybe bring my children there so they can enjoy it too, if I'm not working too hard.
Most definitely. It seems like very good, clean family fun.
Absolutely. And, and I know they're going to just keep adding things to make it better and better, as the years go on. And I'll be there every step of the way trying to help out the best I can to make it as memorable as possible.
Most certainly. I've been coming to Stommish for like the past 6-7 years, and it seems to have gotten a little bit better each year in all aspects of the fair with stuff that is going on, all the events, all the vendors, and even the carnival.
Absolutely. Another thing that I noticed was that, the younger kids, I'd say from like age 12 to 6, their activities now, being personally just for them, like they had their races, their relay races, and they seemed to really enjoy themselves. And it was just overall a great experience.
Oh, yeah. And the Stommish Got Talent, that was a good time, too.
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of talented people out here. I think there's some Hollywood agents and some some A&Rs need to come out here and pick up some new talent, because the talent show absolutely blew me away.
So another big thing that went on this weekend was all the graduations, and I hear you were at the Northwest Indian College graduation, David.
Yes, definitely. I had the pleasure of working the graduation, and I've seen all the happy, proud parents along with the proud graduates walking across the stage, and it was actually the biggest turnout of a graduation in Northwest Indian College history. So there's been a lot of big things going on with the college as a whole this year. There's been some new buildings and new departments that opened up, in addition to this new milestone of this being the biggest graduating class of the history of the Northwest Indian College. So, there was a lot of things going on, and I was just happy to be a part of it.
Most definitely. It seems like, just like their students, Northwest Indian College is going to bigger and better places.
Yes, definitely. I'm sure they'll just keep growing and getting bigger and better in every way possible. And, all the visitors coming to see how, the Lummi is expanding will be very proud of us. And I'm sure that we'll just keep getting better and better here.
Most certainly. I got the pleasure of catching the last few moments of the ceremony, and it definitely seemed like a good, heartwarming, heart-wrenching ceremony of awesomeness.
Yes, and I know the feeling. I graduated from college, not too long ago. I don't want to expose my age, but I just know the feeling of graduating with that higher education in your back pocket, knowing that it increases your chances of getting better jobs. It increases everything about your life and your career plan. So I was just happy to see the looks on the graduates' faces and just proud of them also, even though I didn't know all of them on a personal basis, but I was still proud of them.
Most certainly. Thank you very much for coming on the air, David. Now we have Julie Jefferson. So how you doing, Julie?
Good. I just wanted to touch up on what Dave was sharing at the graduation at the Wesleyan for the Northwest Indian College graduates, some receiving associates, others receiving certificates. I'm not sure the number, but there was some that received bachelor's degrees as well. And there was a number of students that earned their GEDs and were able to walk across the stage to get that diploma or certificate. Um, the students ranged in various ages from youth to middle age, and so many of them were proud of. So many were proud of their graduates. After walking across the stage, the graduates were taking pictures, and some of the children ran up to take pictures with their parents. It was really an awesome moment.
Sounds adorable. Well, I definitely wish I was there for the whole thing.
Yes, it was a real pleasure to be a part of and to watch the excitement and um, the students being so proud of themselves. That was really a treasure.
Most certainly. Well, Julie, what did you think about Stommish?
It turned out really awesome. I know I've had heard in the community the concern of some of the incidents that happened last year and hoping that they wouldn't be repeated. But law enforcement and the community, the tribal council, everyone supported Stommish and worked through Stommish to make sure that it was a pleasurable event and everything turned out just amazing.
Most certainly, it seemed like they had a more prominent, even if it wasn't increased necessarily, because they always have all of their police on site. It just seemed like they were there more.
Yes, I've heard that by several people, and I think that the law and order does an amazing job, and I know that there are some complaints and some worries. I think there'll always be, but their continued growth and knowledge of the community and the community's ability to work with law enforcement um, increases their ability to serve the community.
Most certainly, and that's definitely a plus.
Yes. Saturday, many family and friends were able to celebrate Uncle Penny Hilaire's 90th birthday. Family, visitors, friends had a large gathering, and then they were able to attend the veterans honoring and the parade.
Ah, yes, that was a fantastic parade and a fantastic way to honor our warriors.
Yes, and the weather held out, and it was just a beautiful day.
Ah, yes, the weather was fantastic. Wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold, it was just right.
I wanted to make sure that Lummi Communications had the opportunity to thank all of the people who participated and attended this year's Stommish. A special thank you to the Lummi Nation Council, Commod Squad, Law and Order, the cleanup crews, and just everyone who participated in the planning, the cleanup, the vendors, just overall, thank you to all.
Most certainly, it wouldn't have happened as smoothly without all of you. And now for some news from down south. The Skagit River Bridge is finally open for people to drive right on through without having to bust out their scuba gear. Sure, you have to go 40 miles per hour, but hey, it's a compromise for being a temporary bridge. It seems that the new bridge that's supposed to replace the temporary replacement will be happening sometime in fall, and they estimate it to cost around $18 million. Now that's a pretty penny. So I hope you all safe travels. Keep in mind that you'll be traveling a little bit slower when you're heading down south because that is, again, 40 miles per hour over that temporary bridge replacement. And now for your 5-day weather report. Today, on Friday, we have cloudy days. It's going to be a high of 66 with a low of 52, a 10% chance of rain. However, tomorrow our sun comes back at a high of 72 and a low of 54. On Sunday, the clouds roll back in, but at least we get to keep the nice warm 72 high with a 59 low. On Monday, however, the rain comes back at a high of 67 and a low of 56. And on Tuesday, we get rain again with a high at 68 and a low at 55. And that has been your 5-day weather report. And now for some space news. On June 23rd, that's this Sunday, the moon will have its closest perigee of the year. Now, for those of you who are not astronomers and don't quite understand what that means, it means that the moon is going to be the closest it will ever be in the year 2013. It'll be a full moon that'll be super bright and super close. So go out there and enjoy that big full moon, ladies and gentlemen, because it's going to be beautiful. That's going to wrap up our show for the week, ladies and gentlemen. Before signing off, we have just a few quick reminders. On Saturday, June 22nd, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. is the annual stakeholder meeting at the Silver Reef Casino Pavilion. On Sunday, June 23rd, from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. is the Pancake Feed at the Wecklium. On Tuesday, June 25th at 4:30 p.m. is the Squall Qual deadline, so don't forget to get your submissions in, and I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Don't forget to be a friend to us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/LummyCommunications. Live from the Lummy Nation, I'm Henry Hilaire. Haishka.